The year is 2016. A total of 5 BL series get released every year, and all of them are only watchable and subbed by fans. Sotus comes out on YouTube with official subtitles and in incredible quality compared to the other shows that are downloaded illegally. And it blows the fuck up, staying the biggest BL show ever until Together in 2020. The year after, in 2017, the original Two Moons comes out. Rest in peace. Honestly, rest in peace too to its reboot Two Moons 2, because what the fuck, this show is cursed. But anyways, the original Two Moons comes out in 2017 and only cements one thing from Sotus until then. Pink milk is now the national Thai emblem. So lately, and very randomly on top of that, I've been thinking about pink milk a lot, and how quickly it became a symbol for not only Thai BL, but Thailand as a whole. BL fans would be dreaming of tasting pink milk while visiting Thailand. There was the pink milk sub-team, who subbed a couple of the biggest BL shows at the time, including the original Two Moons. People's usernames for their fan accounts would be pink milk something. Pink milk was in every discussion, every mouth, every tip of the finger online for a good couple of years. And then nothing. The usernames changed to other more relevant things to the fandom. Most shows started posting official subtitles and completely ended fan subs in the community. And talks around pink milk completely subsided. And today I want to get to the bottom of this. As part of the generation of BL fans that were basically breastfed pink milk while they were watching Sotus and Two Moons. The two very first Thai series I've watched, by the way. And probably 50% of the reason this channel exists today. Let's go. So what is pink milk? And spoiler alert, no, pink milk is not that fantastical of a drink. I remember how much the want, the dream for pink milk was huge when I joined the fandom. Firstly, the drink is fucking pink. And even though today we can get any drink in any cool color, pink is just kinda superior, to be honest. And that means a lot coming from 8 years old me who hated pink because I wasn't like other girls. So instead I liked green and purple because those were the colors Tekna from the Wings had. So pink milk is pink. Pink equals pretty. I think that sums it up pretty well. But apart from that, pink being a color that you don't find super often in food, that very pretty color led people to imagine what taste it would have. What kind of magical, fantastical taste would pink milk have? It's strawberry. Pink milk is strawberry milk with ice. Pink milk is a thing I used to have for breakfast in Lebanon every year I went there. Pink milk is, and that pains me to say, kind of a basic bitch. So when I went to Thailand in December 2019, you know, before everything went to fucking shit and all of my dreams and aspirations got fucking destroyed.
Ciao. Anyway, so
being part of the pink milk generation of BL fans, I knew that I had to taste the drink. It was only a week into my trip in Ayutthaya, more precisely, as I ate a super freaking spicy dish under 35-degree weather that felt more like 40 degrees, that I discovered pink milk. And I gotta say that my first impression was disappointment. That was it? Strawberry milk? Like, of course that shit tastes freaking good, that's not the question. But that drink had been so hyped. It seemed so magical and mysterious. It seemed like the ultimate Thai drink. Only for it to be something that can be found in most supermarkets across the world, a girlie was disappointed. And then I got over it and drank 5 more. Pink milk became the drink of choice during my trip, and I have no regrets. Because even basic bitches taste good. Even basic bitches deserve love. I even tried it warm, which I do not recommend. Honestly, the taste still haunts me to this day. And also in boba version, which I adored. So yeah, pink milk might not have been as exotic or different as we might have thought when we saw it on screen. But it's still a pretty solid drink. How and why did pink milk become iconic? Now, before we talk about the disappearance of pink milk, we gotta talk about its surge in popularity. So, nom yen, or literally cold milk in Thai, is a drink made of milk, obviously, and sala syrup. Sala or salak is a fruit native to Southeast Asia, and it looks like this. I honestly think it's the Sala syrup that made me and so many people believe that pink milk would have a completely new taste from what we knew. Because obviously as a French woman, I've never eaten that fruit before. And I didn't imagine that its syrup would taste like strawberry. Frankly, I still don't really get it, but it does play into the idea that this fruit is kind of magical in a way. Another factor to pink milk's popularity is that Thai culture is very drinks oriented. I mean, the country is warm as hell and street vendors are the norm, which I'm not gonna complain about because frankly they were one of my favorite things about Thailand. So because the country is warm and street vendors are everywhere, it's extremely common to buy something off the side of the road, be it drinks, food, clothing, or other random items. Obviously, the overwhelming presence of food stalls and street vendors in Thai dramas is probably the biggest cultural difference you will spot once you start watching Thai series. Unless you're from Asia, of course. So it's no surprise that pink milk, a sweet, fresh, and cute-looking drink, would be popular in Thailand. And even less surprising that it would make its way onto the small screen with Sotus and Two Moons. Now, I want to make it clear that I haven't read the original novels for both of these shows, so I don't know whether or not pink milk makes an apparition in the original material. But I'm fairly certain it must at least be in the Sotus novel, as liking pink milk is one of its defining character traits. In Two Moons, it's way more anecdotal. We simply see Wayo drinking pink milk as sort of a symbol of him being gay and out of the closet. In Sotus, the use is way more developed. Atit is a bully, cold, kinda scary at times, and very much in the closet. He's presented as a symbol of masculinity, as frankly a cliche of that. He is a manly man who gives order to younger students, who's the head of the hazers, who wants to give himself the image of a womanizer. Yet Kongbok catches him drinking pink milk, a drink that's not only pink, the cliche color for women and femininity in general, but a drink that's sweet too. That drink doesn't only signify the fact that Atit is not as much of a manly man as he wants people to believe, but also that, just like pink milk, he's got a sweet and soft side to him. In a way, the use of pink milk to show Atit's true colors is kind of genius. And that one use of the drink cemented it for the next couple of years as the Thai drink. But only for a couple of years though. The disappearance of pink milk. Because after that, that was it. Pink milk didn't really make other noteworthy appearances apart for Two Moons a year after Sotus. There was some in Mighty and I'm sure some other shows, but it was just another drink in the background of random scenes. It felt like pink milk had been completely forgotten by producers and writers of BL shows as the fan favorite drink. And that's pretty sad because we could have imagined that some other shows, especially BL, would want to participate and capitalize off of the pink milk supremacy that had already been established. But on the other hand, if only a couple of shows had done that, it might have been seen as copying what Sotus did first. So in a way, I understand why they didn't go for it. I guess even BL shows that reuse the same 30 tropes over and over again didn't want to use that one. That being said, I feel like pink milk could have been a cool Easter egg to hide in every Thai series. A drink that every main character drinks at some point or something like that. But I'm aware that the organization for it to happen between all the different production companies would have been too much. So instead, pink milk faded into the background, and sadly isn't the Thai drink to appear in all the series. I recognize that pink milk still exists, and a lot of people in the fandom still know about it and want to try it, but it doesn't really have that coolness factor associated with it anymore. Just like its taste, pink milk has really become a basic bitch. Perhaps the basic bitch it was always meant to be. So that was it for today's video. The topic truly came to me and I'm so glad I decided to make this video because it was so much fun to revisit such a staple in the early BL fandom. I just wanted to make it clear that I want justice for pink milk. I wanted to make a comeback to be known everywhere as the Thai drink. It would make me so happy. So if this video ends up in the hands of BL producers or writers, please consider it. Don't make a remake of Sotus, but please include our girl Pink Milk in this. Don't let her be forgotten. I'll see you next time and have a great day.